O, dobrze, jeszcze raz. Witam.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. As the chairperson of the supervisory board of CCC SA, I have the pleasure of opening the extraordinary general meeting of the CCC Spółka Akcyjna Company, hereinafter EGM. Moving on to point number 2 of the agenda, I hereby open the vote. I open the vote on appointing the chairperson of the EGM, and please submit the candidates. Could you please repeat? I would like to appoint Ms. Mariola Wrankiewicz as the chairperson for today's EGM. So Ms. Mariola Franus-Brankiewicz was appointed. No other candidates were presented. Do you agree to be the candidate for the chairperson? Yes, I do. Before we open the vote, I would like to ask the company that processes the voting system to explain the way the votes are cast. Good afternoon. My name is Paweł Więckowski. On behalf of Unicom WZA, I will be managing the vote counting system for today's meeting. During registration, you got the tablets. Please take a look at them. The two buttons are displayed there. First, documents, dokumenty, and the button Twoje dane, your data. Please press the second button and check whether your name and surname and the number of shares you represent is correct. If there are no comments, I will move on to the process, the voting process. When the voting is open, the screen is displayed. The screen displays the name of the vote, and on the tablet there are also 3 buttons: yes, no, and for, against, and abstain. You need to press a button, and then the tablet moves on to the next page, and with asking for final confirmation. If you made a wrong decision, you can return to the previous screen by the button return. After pressing the button confirm, the vote is going to be sent to the system, and the tablet will display vote registered. After you confirm your vote, there is no possibility of changing your decision. Users who are with us remotely today through the e-voting platform, yesterday we had tests, so all the participants that are joining us online also have all the information available. And let me just say that the meeting today is transmitted live, so please, those who would like to speak, please use the microphone. We will bring the mic to you if you need to say something. Do you have any questions about the procedure and the rules for voting? If not, thank you very much. And we are at your disposal during the vote if there are any problems. Thank you very much. You all know the rules of casting the vote, so I open a secret ballot on the resolution number 1 on the appointing Ms. Mariola Franus-Brankiewicz to the chairperson of the extraordinary general meeting. I close the vote. Please display its results. Okay, sorry, couple of more minutes. I close the vote. Please display the results. no votes against, no votes that abstained. The vote was unanimous. So I would like to give the floor to Ms. Chairwoman then. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to ask for the attendance list to verify. Based on the attendance lists and the documents, the current bill number 66/2020 from the 16th of November 2020 and the announcement published on the company's website, I hereby state the correctness of convening the extraordinary general meeting and its ability to adopt resolutions taken into account in the agenda. Let's move on to point number 4 of today's EGM. So the vote on the resolution number 2 on the adoption of the agenda of the EGM. Would anyone like to say something at this point? I don't see anyone. Therefore, I open the vote for the resolution number 2 of today's EGM of CCC SA. I open the vote. I'd like to ask the proxies to nod their heads once they're finished with casting their vote. I hereby close the vote then. There were 35,263,930 valid votes for, which is 52.33% of the share of the share equity, and all the votes were for, so the vote was unanimously adopted. Let's move on to point number 5 of the agenda on consent to establish a limited property right in the form of a pledge on the shares of CCC Shoes and Bags, spółka z.o.o. However, this resolution, the draft of this resolution was changed on behalf of the Ultra SR application that was filed on the 1st of December, and the proposed changes were nature only to establish, to put more details into the act. So the proposal was to vote on the amended resolution as follows. So the question to you, whether should we open the vote? The proposal is to vote on the changed project of the draft of the resolution. So I open the vote on the formal motion to vote on the agenda, amended resolution. I open the vote. There were 34,828,936 votes for, 320,709 votes abstained. Therefore, the formal motion was adopted. Therefore, let's move on to, let's get back to the agenda and let's move on to the vote on the resolution number 3. Would anyone like to take the floor on this in this point? I don't see any. Therefore, I open the vote on the amended resolution number 3 on consent to establish a limited property right in the form of a pledge on the shares of CCC Shoes and Bags Spółka z o.o. I open the vote. I close the vote. So yes, please nod your head once you're done. The vote is still open. Okay, I close the vote now. So votes for 33,325,187, votes against 1,800,024 and 458. So the resolution was adopted. Moving on to point number 6 of the agenda on the approval of amendments. Pardon. So, resolution number 4 on the there seems to be some confusion. So resolution number 4 of today's EGM of CCC SA on the approval of amendments to the Memorandum of Association of CCC Shoes and Bags spółka z o.o. and the agreement of CCC.EU spółka z o.o. The draft was published on the company's website. Whether there are any comments, would anyone like to take the floor on this point? I don't see anyone. Therefore, I open the vote on the resolution number 4 of today's EGM on the approval of amendments to the Memorandum of Association of CCC Shoes and Bags spółka z o.o. and the agreement of CCC.EU spółka z o.o. I hereby open the vote. I close the vote. No? Just a moment, just a minute more. I hereby close the vote. There were 26,351,572 votes for, against 5,940,358, and 2,972,000 votes that abstained. Therefore, the resolution was adopted. If there are no more items on the agenda, I hereby declare that today's EGM is closed. Thank you very much for participation.